Here we go. Hello, it's Dave here again, out for our usual round the bay cruise. And today I've got something a little bit different from my usual cruises and American motorcycles. Today I'm on a wonderful Triumph Scrambler XE with the 1200 liquid cooled motor and all the beautiful fruit that comes with this bike. Showa cartridge forks, Öhlins piggyback shocks, Brembo monoblock caliper brakes. It really is just an amazing package and an absolute joy to be aboard. I'll just come down here and shoot a little bit of video.
I have to say that the 2019 Triumph Scrambler XE is one of the best fun and most capable motorcycles I've ever tested. It's not the fastest or the most potent, but it really is good fun. And it starts with the liquid cooled 8-valve single overhead cam 270 degree crank parallel twin. It's compact, responsive and powerful, and it's running out around 90 horsepower with the great sounding Arrow carbon exhaust system fitted to the demo unit.
Right, we'll just get a clear run here, uphill on ramp onto the freeway. We'll give her a bit. Goes very nicely.
The frame is tubular steel with aluminium cradle, and the swing arm is a twin-sided aluminium unit. It's suspended by Showa 45mm fully adjustable upside down forks with 200mm of travel up front, and there's a pair of superb fully adjustable Öhlins twin shocks with piggyback reservoir and enormous 200mm of rear wheel travel available. When dialed in correctly, it's some of the best suspension I've ever used. It's also fitted with twin 320mm Brembo discs and Brembo M50 4-piston radial monoblock calipers with ABS up front, and a single 255mm Brembo 2-piston floating caliper with ABS at rear. They are brakes that are completely in line with the top-notch specifications of this bike. If you add all these individual components, it's great looks, pleasing motor, solid chassis, fantastic suspension, brilliant brakes, and put them all together in a package that tips the scales at 205 kilograms dry, then you have a motorcycle that is outrageously good fun and very, very rewarding to ride.
Dropping into traffic is just delightful. It's got some real hurry up. It will wheel stand just on power. Get it up into the rev range and give the throttle a whap, and front wheel comes up quite nicely. One of the great innovations on this bike is not only the TFT remarkably versatile and different array of displays you can put on it, but the fact that quite often riding in the afternoons you'll get the sun streaming over your shoulder and you get the reflection off these digital screens. It can make them a bit hard to read. Well, this one actually has the availability to adjust it so that you can take it out of the reflection of the sun. That's a brilliant idea.
So we're just booting up the Tft Display on the Scrambler XE 1200, and this is a really remarkable unit. It's got a couple of very nice features, and over on the left hand switch block you've got a toggle switch that allows you to scroll through a myriad of different info displays and trip computers available on the display. You can also change the style of the display to give you a Chronos type display or what they call the quartz display. And then you can also adjust whether you want it for a nighttime lighter display or a daytime bright display. Really is fantastic. And then all the different options of different data that can be displayed is all fully customizable through a menu over here. You can also choose what riding mode you're after, and it has five different riding modes, excuse me. There's rider, which is one that you can program yourself. There's a rain mode, which enhances the traction control. Road mode, which smooths out most of the responses. It's got a sport mode, which actually ramps up the throttle response. It's got an off-road mode and an off-road pro mode. And the off-road pro mode allows you to go in and disable some of the ABS and traction control systems. It really is just an amazing system.
Launches beautifully and taps out really nicely with these arrow pipes on it. The other thing worth noting about this bike is it's extremely comfortable for a tall guy. You've got to be pretty tall to flat foot it. You'd probably want to be 6'2" or thereabouts just to flat foot the bike, because it is very tall. It's very easy to get weight off board, to get your ball of your foot up on the peg and get a knee out, move your weight around, and it really does work nicely with these wide off-road type bars that are sitting on reasonable sort of risers.
In its standard form and fitted with Metzeler Tourance tyres, the bike is more road and dirt road oriented, but it will still take you off the beaten track with ease. It really is quite a remarkable and competent all-rounder, no matter what surface you are riding on. With some serious off-road tyres fitted, it would rank up there with the most capable of ADV machines.
Neutral is very easy to find, even when stationary. It just drops into gear or drops out of gear. Drops into neutral is what I'm trying to say, without any fight or no cantankerous nature at all. There's a little bit of heat coming off those pipes sitting here at the lights, but it's not excessive. I mean, you can feel a bit of heat. Harden up. So there you go. There's a quick overview of what I've learned from spending a weekend with this beautiful Triumph Scrambler XE. This bike's the demonstrator unit from Team Moto Springwood, Team Moto Triumph Springwood. If you'd like to see what I see about the bike, give them a call and book yourself a test ride. It really is quite fantastic.